Over to Kumaran for the open house session.
Sanal, thank you. Good evening, everyone. Can you all hear me?
Yes, we can.
Sanal, can you hear me? Okay, very good.
Yes,
So,
yes.
I don't know how many semesters we have done, 5, with the same set of mentors and new set of graduates, right? And every time it's a big learning. Every time it's a big learning. So this title, I think Boni has given it as open house. So we'll keep it open house. I see Bhaskar sir, very good. I see so many people known, from other than the mentors. Very good. So first round, the mentors. I have one question for you. What is that you learned from this semester, from all your interactions with the founders? Number one, what is that you're thankful for? Anyone, please. All of you have to say that.
That we could pull this off without seeing anybody face to face.
Beautiful. Keep going.
That we could still contribute effectively even without a meeting in person.
Okay.
And I guess I'll add one more point. Sorry, amidst all the challenges that Founder Institute Chennai chapter still managed to pull this off. So I guess that's a great credit as well. Yeah.
Yes.
Kumaran, the one thing that I've noticed is through the years, the kind of startups have come through, the technology and the depth or the variety of the ideas that are coming up is so wonderful. And the passion with which these youngsters are adopting all the latest technology tools and getting ready to get advice and then implement them very sincerely, that is phenomenal.
Very good. Very good. Glad
I was fascinated by the sheer range of ideas that appeared for me initially very outlandish. But what I was amazed at is the level of rigor that they had brought in. And honestly, until now, I think the level of rigor I've seen in this batch is something I had not seen until now. So that was a matter of great satisfaction and surprise.
That's not easy to come from Mr. Shekhar. So very good founders. Excellent.
Absolutely, absolutely.
I personally love the josh of all the entrepreneurs, and I think, the sort of, passion plus effort, as someone said, that was very, very clear. And of course, the quality of, the startups are amazing. I always say that, there is no end because effort never dies. And I think that is exactly what, all of them symbolized. So that's the bigger learning for me too. You guys are an absolute source of inspiration.
Excellent. Excellent. Thank you. Who else haven't spoken?
Yeah, this is Ram Kumar here. See, I just want to highlight 2 things that I see, which is different this time than the previous times that I was associated as a mentor. One is the pass out ratio. I think the number of people who are graduating, the ratio seems to be very good this time. Number one. Number two, I also found that the amount of mentor apart from the talks where we were sessions where we actually gave talks and we gave feedback, one-on-one, what they call as office meetings, like one-on-one interactions with mentors. I think this time it was the highest. I don't think that during the physical events, the amount of mentor interactions offline that founders had with those mentors was this high as it happened this time. So that is something that I found has really made a huge difference in the overall journey of the entrepreneurs.
Fantastic, fantastic. Very clear on this. Thank you.
Okay. See, I will start with what I'm thankful for. See, I'm thankful for the energy that these mentors gave me. See, I went back to the time that I had started my company in 2000. So, and almost 20 years back, the kind of this environment. See, after some time, once you are getting used to the business, it goes into some autopilot mode, and there is a complacency that sets in, a lot of things that happen. So it was some kind of retrospection when I was interacting with, during this mentor buddy call, we had a good interaction. And whatever advice that I used to give them, then I was thinking, am I doing that? And actually, are we doing the same thing? Then the other day when you were talking to me about your experience on the thing, then I was looking at, am I doing the project in the manner that which you had said? So it was good for me, kind of revision, if you can call that. So, sir, in the last 3 months, there are a lot of things that I started doing in my business, which actually I picked it up from these mentors. So that was why that I'm thankful for. Then what is interesting about this is, see, the tenacity of purpose that these people have brought in. See, I have interacted only with the 2 mentors closely. I mean, one very closely and one little close, but whatever little interaction that I had, the tenacity of purpose with which they are coming out with makes me feel young. So I felt that this is something that while it could be the reason that we have been, as Ramkumar was saying, no, this semester had more interaction with the founders than what we had during the previous sessions. See, in the previous section, like, in 16, 17, we used to have those classes, 3 classes, and that's it. After that, we would meet them in graduation. But here, we had weekly classes, interactions with the founders, at least on the mentor buddies sessions. We had weekly or sometimes twice a week. So we had more interaction, and that way it was more useful. For me, I don't know about the founders, that you have to ask.
But no, that's beautiful, sir. Beautiful, sir. Yeah. Fantastic. Fantastic. Who else haven't spoken? Anna, Kannan sir, unmute pannunga.
Hey, hi, yeah. Shashank here.
Yes, I can't see everyone in the photo. Yeah.
I mean, yeah. So I am new to FI Chennai, but what I saw the difference between other accelerators I'm mentoring. So FI Chennai, like the mentors, the team, and everyone is so enthusiastic, very friendly, amazing, with great knowledge and things. So that was something seriously kind of a brainstorming for me too. Like I learned a lot, like in last session, and there was definitely something I always wanted to be a a part of it. Yeah. And with regarding founders, I had like the chat with few of them, and they were amazing. Like they have the idea which can definitely support something in this world, and it's amazing. Definitely.
Fantastic. Thank you. Who else haven't spoken? Shyam sir.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I was observing. I think wonderful. I think everybody has almost covered, so I don't know what else to say. But I will probably put in a nutshell, saying that 2 things. One is things can still move on wherever you are. Okay, people are available, connects are available. So that's something which is doable. Number 2, even if we are all busy physically to come and not able to physically come, I think remotely we are able to catch up and able to move things faster. I would say it is more effective in an online than a physical session. Number 2. And the third one is it is all about you are what you are. So who you deal with, right? You deal with fresh minds and energy. So I always get that freshness, and I think like a startup. So I'm also running my other startup. So it helps me charged at any point in time, interacting with so many such startup founders all over.
Fantastic. Everybody has spoken. Bhaskar sir, you want to share something? Kannan sir?
I don't have much to share.
Okay, I will put the second question again back to mentors. Now you know all these 5, 6. Sorry, Sanal.
Kumaran, I think Ashok as well as Balram is there. I don't know.
Yeah, I can't see the photo. Missing. Yeah. Chandra is there also. Okay, very good.
Chandra is always there.
Ashok sir, go ahead.
Cool. So Balram sir, do you have any thoughts on Kumaran's question?
No, I don't know. I mean, I was not part of the session this time, right? So I don't interact with the founders. That's the reason I kept quiet.
He's the money man, so we need you, sir. Anyone else we missed?
Ashok sir, you are there?
Yeah, Chandra here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to say the best period in my life in mentoring was from Founder Institute, Chennai. Luckily, being the first group, we had the liberty of getting drilled or grilled more than anybody else, I should say. But those teachings, what we had within those 6 months were something very memorable. And the first day we taught something about what is pitching. So we used to have 1 minute pitching, 5 minutes, half an hour pitching, and then talai pitching. So that time we didn't know the seriousness of this time management and how good can we present ourselves to the end customer or the listeners, whoever it may be. And again, we learned the art of pitching separately to separate people. If I'm pitching to my customer, it's a different ballgame. If I'm pitching to my investor, it's a different ballgame. If I'm pitching to my mentor, it's a different ballgame. All those nitty-gritties, I think no business entity will teach it. But thanks to Founder Institute today, I'm a confident man. I was purely technocrat. What made me a complete businessman to understand a little bit of finance and what I still remember Shekhar Rangarajandi giving very good thought process, very good value addition, but he'll simply say, I'm submitting this to you. When those type of adage and those type of the vernacular languages or the way we submit ourselves was something very warm, heartwarming. And I remember all these gurus and madam, of course, I used to call her Revolver Rita within our students. I don't say it to her, but she'll bang on and ask the right question where we'll fumble. Because suppose we fumble to a third person, it is a shame on Founder Institute part. So I remember Sarada Madam giving Revolver Rita title. So bang, those really helped us in a very right way. I don't think no institute will do this. So these were real value additions, and I think some 17 people registered in the first batch. I think 7 or 8 graduated. That was the rigorous training what is given in Founder Institute. Wherever I go, I fondly mention Founder Institute in any platform. I am a TEDx speaker now. 2-3 platforms I've spoken already. I am very confident on what I deliver because the very first thought process what was given to me reverberates in my mind. Who are the audience? Should I deliver and within what time frame I should deliver? That has been deeply into my mind by Founder Institute. Thanks for the great teachings you people. And I remember everybody there, Kumaran Mani or whoever there. They are all great stalwarts in the business, but we learned a little bit we learned and what we are today is because of Founder Institute. Thank you.
Thank you, Chandra. Thank you. So kind of you to remember. Very, very welcome.
Ashok sir is here. Kumaran, Ashok sir is here.
Ashok sir, I will start with the next question for the mentors. I will start with Kannanji for these 5 or 6 founders who are graduating. Can you tell me from your observations, interacting with them, what is their biggest strength and what did you observe as their biggest progress? What would you tell them that they can remember for the rest of their lives in their journey to taking the startup to the next best big level? You can pick one person, you can pick the whole group. I don't know. Maybe give it to one particular startup. That way
I think they are doing well.
Okay.
I don't want to. I am sure they are doing well and great. So all the best. Nothing much for to add from my side. Advice in terms of advice or anything like that.
So okay, no problem. Any light bulb moments that you anyone else, any mentor saw that the founders shifted, pivoted, inflection points, there was a wow moment observing the founders. Anyone? Any mentors? I see they're all keeping it secret. Now back to the founders. Chandra, go ahead.
If I have to quickly add, I think one of the amazing, sort of aspect I saw is that they took the feedback very, very positively. And something, that let me admit, I also need to learn. Okay, the way, they were able to accept the feedback and then, make the necessary changes because we are all not just one person, we have different perspectives, as mentors. But the way they were able to absorb that and then, come back, with the changes I think that is amazing. And every time, there has been progress. So it's only, absolutely commendable. Hats off. I think, it's a great joy, to even discuss with them and work with them.
Fantastic. Fantastic. Any other observation before I move on to the founders?
I think apart from, agreeing to what the others said in terms of accepting our feedback, I think it was also very nice to understand. They wanted to understand the rationale of why we were giving that feedback, for example, because, quite a few of them wanted to understand whether it's coming from our experience, it's coming from something that we've seen or heard, or what is the rationale for the feedback. So I think that was very well taken, because they understand that it's coming from various things that we have experienced, and I think it's now embedded into their minds as well. So I think rather than just doing a rough short job of this is the Founder Institute, I need to graduate from this semester and I've taken feedback, I'll make the corrections. Rather than that, I think they've taken it very well, beautifully. So I hope that, our mentors have been useful in that.
Beautiful. Thank you. Shekhar sir.
Yeah, the aha moment for me, since you asked, is I like their courage of conviction that many of them actually pushed back on some of the suggestions from me. I like that, because that is when you really know that you're having a very mature conversation, and they are not bucking the subject, but they are presenting a point of view and feel even more convinced at the end of after talking to me as to why they're doing what they're doing. I thought this was very refreshing, and it really elevated the professional level of exchange in the conversation.
Interesting.
That was an aha moment.
Interesting. Anyone else? Okay, founders, can you change the background, craziest background you have on your thing? Video, photo, background, however you do it. Sana, you have taught me, so you change it. So let's try the craziest background. I don't know, whichever ones you have. So I am trying to change one for the evening. So the founders, I have a question for you. What is like the one? Gratitude is the attitude. You're all graduates now. Congratulations. So also feedback is the gift. So what is your one thing that you're picking up from this whole journey of yours? What was the big change that has happened? Big change in your own little world as you started this journey. What is a big change? For the mentors, what would you like to share? And for your startup, what is that one big change? Go ahead, please. Start with the ladies. Khushbu, you're my unicorn. Go ahead, dear.
Yes, sir. So the one thing that made a big change, from when I connected with the FI, so a lot of improvement. My co-founders also can see in me, in my pitch deck also, the way of presenting. The before that, all the things were scattered, like the whether it is attraction or the numbers or the unit economics. So all with the help of FI come together, and now we come with a refined pitch deck.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Thank you. Thank you for that. I'm wishing from all the mentors that you soon hit that big thing, so we can all proudly say, hey, we are part of a unicorn. So congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
I also wish her all the best. She was the first founder to say that I will become a unicorn. At least
I love that.
in the last 6 semesters, nobody dared to even say that. But she told Bindas when I heard it for the first time.
I like that mindset. Yeah, so it's good.
All the best.
Go ahead, Raji.
Thank you, sir. That confidence and that idea also come with the mentors' guidance only. Like in the starting, we were not in contact with much mentors, but with the Ramesh sir, Ramkumar sir, many mentors, and Kanan sir, I discussed, and then we come with the thought ki, no, these are the things to be put in the pitch deck and this to be removed for the investors.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Raji?
I would think that the Founder Institute was quite an intense process for me. And I think that it really, I would say investment is one angle, but I would just think that in terms of how I wanted to structure the business, how confident I'm growing the business was very important for me, because we were already generating some revenue before we came in. But I think just though I pushed back on the assignments and it was quite miserable finishing it within the deadline. I don't think I have a record of finishing it within any deadline anyway, but I think it allowed me to at least check and kind of think through aspects of building my team, building my revenue. So some of the inputs that Shekhar sir gave, Chandrasekhar sir, Ravindra sir, everyone who were on this, who mentored, and Ram Kumar sir, thank you so much, because I think I could take it back and I could actually change systems and processes. And that's what is reflected in my pitch deck. In the sense that, I've been able to, I can now say that it's just not a bunch of slides. I have gone through the motion and I'm building vertical after vertical in a lot more structured way. And definitely I would think the group, I love the current cohort that we have. We've been, so supportive of each other. Whenever there's been an issue, everyone comes in. Like even few hours back, I said that, hey, I want some people to pitch, and Lakshmi and the whole team of Niche Brains came on screen and helped me refine my pitch. So I just think just the whole, support is so wonderful. Like I went to meet up for one of my clients and I landed up pitching Niche Brains to them. So I think that's the depth with which we actually know each other's startups is just amazing. And I really look forward to taking that forward once we go graduate today from here.
Beautiful. Thank you, Raji. Thank you. Congratulations and all the best. Tanzila. Yeah.
Hello, everyone. For me, it would be the guidance and the structure. And we have been doing this for 5 years, and we've never had such amazing people all in one group. Wherever, like whatever is it that we wanted, we could get to. And as much as the mentors were amazing, I also had great assistance from the cohort too, especially Rajshri. She gave me as much as assistance as much as the mentors, and even the last minute what she said really helped a lot. And I think before Founder Institute, when I read Lean Startup book, I could not connect much to it. But after going through this program, every page when I'm reading it makes so much sense to me, and I'm also able to understand how do I apply this in our company. And this is like a lesson for lifetime, not just a one-time, one project learning. So I really, really very thankful for this entire experience.
And what would your people say at home? You have changed. You have I don't know what transformation they see.
No, now, honestly, now they are like, okay, now this is done. What next? How is it going to help you? So I really have to show how this has helped, even financially and revenue-wise.
Beautiful. So then they are the first investor. Congratulations. All the best. All the best. Fantastic, yeah. Tanzila. Thank you. Sam, go ahead, bro.
Yeah, hi, sir. How are you doing? Are you able to hear me?
Yes.
Yeah. From the program, I learned to, complete the task on the right time. If you don't complete the task, they're going to kick off me and those kind of things. And from the mentors, I learned to focus on the right things on the business, like what are the professional things, like other tools, website related stuff, and what are the things I should properly focus on the business, on the products, or any other thing. I learned from the mentors for a right progress and those kind of things. From the peers, I always received support, like in anything, as Rajeshri said, even in the last minute, they helped her to pitch and so on, right? So even even I had some a task related thing. So I called up for help with one of the peer and got some help and so on. So that's the thing. I think it's a right way to focus on the business. Then it's Founder Institute.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Thank you, Sam. Thank you. All the best. Krishnan, over to you.
Hello. Hi. I'd like to talk about 3 sets of people here. Number 1, mentors. I'm not leaving directors. And third, our program admin management team. See, mentors, whenever I interacted with mentors, they always challenge That is amazing. They say, okay, this is good. How about this? This is wrong. They always helped a lot. They always gave me positive feedback and negative feedback. Negative feedback, it is, I had to sometimes need to think a lot and understand and prioritize the business activities, what needs to be focused now and later. And they have shared their experience and their knowledge, which I think without FI, it would have taken at least another 5 years for me to gain that level of knowledge. But with the help of their interaction, it has cut down my timeline in order to gain the same level of exposure and knowledge in the industry. And all I would like to say is thank you so much for your time you have given and the knowledge you have shared with us. And coming back to directors, right? What I noticed is they have been wearing multiple hats during this 4 months period. They are giving, from one side, they're giving the mentoring wherever required. The other side, they're trying to help when we contact them for any challenges. So that way, so thankful. And coming back to our program administration team, they have been, I think they're also doing a marathon along with us. Like whenever we contact, okay, we have a particular challenge on this particular deliverable. And when I used to post messages in WhatsApp and mails, they used to come back to me, okay, this is how we can help you. And they spent a similar level of effort with us. Thank you so much, Boniface, Rajan, and the team behind them. And finally, my other 7 members in today's group. Wow, amazing. We have been running like a blue team, yellow team, and then we clubbed together. And we used to contact sometimes randomly, and some of them they have given more than what I asked for. So I would like to thank all other 7 people in the team. That's all from my side. Thank you.
Beautiful, Christian. Beautiful. Thank you for sharing those thank you notes to everyone. We wish you all success. Quite soon, we want you to become so rich, selling beautiful homes, you know, and you know, become the best startup from UK, because this is the first time I think we have a out-of-country startup for Chennai cohort. So welcome to the club. You have taken us to the map, you know. So thank you for that. Now over to the Amar Akbar Anthony team. Go ahead. Anybody? Start with Renish. Go ahead, sir. Yeah.
Well, we guessed that you will start with me.
Yes.
As you know, we have been friends for almost 30 plus years now. So we took it as more of going easy with each other. But FI made sure that it put the fire in our belly and made sure that we have the targets, we fix the targets, and we reach the targets at any cost. And it was not one target, it was multiple targets around us. And being very frank, it was really, really tough and difficult. But yes, I never knew that it has become November. Only when my daughter said, okay, next week I have my boards, I came to, okay, now I've reached almost the fag end of the year. So it was never a time that we could relax, but at the time we enjoyed each and every step that we went through. Especially from the mentors, if we take it up, we get feedback in all directions, be it positive and negative. At the same time, some were so-called, at the first stretch, it will look like they are conflicting to each other, but when we dwell deep into it and then go in, then we understand, okay, there's a thin line of difference where they merge, and that is where we have to go into. Sure. So it was a really nice experience in the last 4 or 5 months. It was great.
Thank you, Railesh. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Now, who is the next person?
I will take it before, otherwise Lakshmi will be talking endlessly. So, you know,
Lakshmi, you're going to finish in 2 minutes. Huh? Okay. Go ahead, John.
Yeah. So I think it's about 3 things, you know, I just wanted to say. First, you know, with respect to the FI program, it's Rainesh already pointed it out, but it made us really become more structured and organized. We were pretty haphazard when we started up, even though we had, like if you look at the marketing material or anything, we had it like probably it was in my system or it is somewhere. So we basically had, brought it more organized. We brought things into a very clear shape, and also from a step-by-step process, which the way, FI had taken us down, right? From how you have to look at your idea to, to finally to the equity, how are the things that we need to plan and organize. So that really, brought us into, good shape in terms of the way the FI, the program itself was structured, and getting our idea really validated. Secondly, with the mentors, a lot of inputs we had from the mentors in terms of, how, you should bring it in such a way that, it should be understandable to anybody. I have to give an example for that too, because now with this 1 minute pitching, there's one side, what happens is like, my son is preparing for, he is giving some presentations. He's got some videos to be, posted. The other side I am doing for mine, and my son sometimes my son comes up and he tells me, Dad, I know you're connecting, industry, there is a problem for industries. You're connecting them to experts. That's the level, I have been continuously practicing at home, that my son has got the idea of what I'm doing right now. So, it has got to that level. So in terms of the structuring of the idea also, there's a lot of inputs that the mentors have given us, how we have to make it more understandable for everybody. So that's another thing. And finally, to my entire cohorts, they've been fantastic actually. In fact, not just the final 7, but I should, take it to the beginning, the 25 members who joined us. I still connect with some of them, and it's been great inputs from all of them. And the final 7, obviously, the final, let me say 8 plus, the 6 members who are there out of 3. So it has been great interacting with all of them. There's been great inputs from them. Yeah, that's it from my side.
Thank you, John. Thank you very much. Now over to Lakshmi. Bring Lakshmi for all of us.
So the pressure is on me. I will try to be as simple as possible. So when we started this program, and just before this program, what happened is that we took the psychometric analysis test. So before the startup thing, we evaluated, okay, what are our strengths and then weaknesses. We know that where we are good at as 3 individuals, and also as where we lack. And when we got into the program, what exactly happened is that our strengths were getting magnified, and also we could identify where we are lacking, and we are able to fix it. And that's the strength of this program. That is number 1, I could say that. The secondly, as just to, in the paucity of time, my cohort, we all bring in with the peer learning is one of the things where we are able to discuss through working group structure, and then where we are able to connect at any point of time, share views, take help. That is one of the best things to happen, and I can definitely say we have now 7 new friends for life. That's how I would put it. And the third part, definitely, I would say that the support framework with respect to reminding or helping or any hiccups that we have, that's where the admin team was able to helpful. Now, what happens? What has happened? What was our experience with our mentors? So what it brought in the last 3 to 4 months is rigor. We used to just think and assume and then start doing, but rather what has helped us in the last 3 months is to question everything and apply the rigor of methods so that we are able to find the right answers, and also most importantly, ask the right questions. That is number 1. And the second one is about don't assume. The third one is about look dispassionately about your company rather than identifying yourself. You are just a tool to build this company. You need to really look beyond yourself for when you want to really scale up the company. And also, mentors were able to question us, and also we were able to go through very uncomfortable situations. And now I can be put in any uncomfortable situation, and still I believe that I will be able to confidently face it. That's what is the experience. And in fact, all the mentors were very helpful. In fact, that got us a lot of new insights, even business, and that's what is happening. And there's one, let me end with one statement, I would say that, because if I have to put in a mentor, how do I describe it? So there is a saying in Tamil, and I'll also try to see if I can explain in English as well. There is a saying in Tamil which says, "Sudar vilakkanalum toondugol ondru vendum," and which means that if you need to really know, even if you're a bright light candle, you need to have a small stick that can help you to show your shine better. And we have not just one toondugol or one helpful catalyst. But we have more than 20 plus mentors who are available, and then who's going to be the guiding light for in the coming years. So thanks everyone. Thanks. It was fantastic experience for all of us. Yeah. Thank you.
Beautiful, beautiful. There's no better way to put it in a one line. So thank you. I think that sums up the gratitude from all the founders to the mentors and their big learnings. So Shekhar sir, I see your hands raised. You want to share something or no?
I should have in fact switched it off. Thank you very much.
No problem.
I would like to share something.
Go ahead, quick.
Yeah. So I would like to put it in a single line about mentors. They have taken the role of parent of our startup journey. That's what I can say.
No, very nice. Very nice. See, the
Thank you.
Founder Institute, yeah, thank you. See, the Founder Institute is like an accelerated MBA. It's like a virtual board. It's like a virtual investor. It's a community. I think that's why it's successful across the globe, and we are seeing the reflections of it from every semester. So now you all have shared your beautiful learnings, your takeaways and your gratitudes. Today you are going to graduate and do a wonderful pitch. So today onwards, I think you should start enjoying what you are doing. So today you be more relaxed. You present it very well.